Well, after a successful weekend of golf betting, we are back for the 2026 Truist Championship. I am WizBets, and I am here with TMD Props for another fun weekend. How you doing, my guy?
I'm pretty good. Really excited for this one. It's always nice when you get one of the premier courses. So a little tricky to bet on, but I mean that's why we're here. We're here to do the hard stuff too.
Yeah, I mean another signature event. No Scotty Scheffler this weekend. Do you kind of just want to talk about who is and who isn't going to be in this tournament?
Yeah, it's more of the best names, right? And the absences are Scotty and Russell Henley, which with it just being two guys, you wouldn't think that that would shake up the odds, but as we've seen pretty much all week, the odds look terrible because you don't have the Scotty discount. You don't have the Scotty bump. Is typically these guys are priced outright top 10, top 20 in a pretty bad way, anyways. I say bad, like, the books kind of have a bit of an edge on you, and for the most part, for the better golfers. But when Scotty's out of the field, I mean, we looked at the numbers this week, they just never got better. It's just tough.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty dominated the odds all week. Luckily, you snagged another number one on the TMD model, which we will get to in a second for the Truist Championship. But that is what now three straight tournaments that Scotty has finished second in.
Yeah. That poor guy.
Oh, he's really struggling right now, my guy. I hope
Yeah.
I hope he figures it out. Um, but I do want, while we're on Scotty, I didn't want to mention it. You're excited that he's going to be in a certain tournament during the summer, right?
Yeah, I don't wanna act like I still do think in the back of my head he's gonna withdraw before. I don't know why on earth he'd want to play the 3M, but that's the tournament I'm going to. Like that's right, 15 minutes from where I live. Super exciting tournament last year. Got to see Kitayama and Jake Knapp kind of close that one out on a Sunday. For Scotty to play at the 3M is just awesome because that is one of the notable tournaments where no one plays. So
Um,
just really,
what round you going to?
I'll probably be at 3 and 4.
Well, then I might be at four.
All right, look at that.
Who do you usually go with?
Well, I went with my girlfriend, and then this time around, I'm gonna try to get a couple buddies up as well, because they have not been up here since I moved. So should be pretty interesting.
We'll see. Um, let's talk about the Truist Championship, though, and let's talk about the greatest model that has ever walked on the face of the earth, the TMD Top 10. Now, to be clear, this isn't TMD's specific rankings, either just what it has modeled out. Um, do you want to talk a little bit about what excites you here?
Yeah. This one, and it goes for pretty much every signature event. All of them are going to be loaded. There's not going to be a crazy outlier when you're looking at a top 10. However, I will say Adam Scott is a pretty nice find here. I think he's definitely the kind of guy that we're looking for like a driver's course. And of course, you're going to see the Rorys, the Xanders, Cam Young now, and Ludwig. Even, you splash in Jake Knapp and Nikolai. Like, all of these guys can drive a golf ball. So I think the biggest thing that stands out is like not even modeling driving distance that crazy. And these guys are still showing up. It really shows you that like long hitters dominate. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. I'm not super into like the scoring like I usually am. Here it's just like, can you hit it far and can you putt it in? And these guys are great for it. So I would be very, very surprised if the model wasn't spot on once again this week with this set of guys.
And we'll talk about some of the best guys. We'll save like an in-depth breakdown for them in a second. I just want to mention two guys, actually three guys, really quickly. One, probably not going to talk much about Cam Young. Cam Young might be a round better, but he's by far the favorite this weekend. And I would be very surprised if he can somehow pull off another win with how hot he's been.
Yeah,
Um,
I completely agree. Yeah.
did Jake Knapp just pull out? Did he withdraw?
I have not seen that yet, but I mean, he's dealing with that hand injury, so I would not be
I'm
surprised.
gonna
I
double
just figured
check
he.
right now. Yes. So Jake Knapp has withdrawn for this weekend.
How long ago was that? How did I miss
Like an
that?
hour ago.
Ah,
That's why I
right.
saw it on Underdog, and I was like, I wanted to double check to make sure that I wasn't lying. But yeah, so Jake Knapp's out. Was he a target of yours?
He wasn't, but I do want to say that this is the first week that I've included the honorable mentions, and it's because Jake Knapp keeps withdrawing and he's on the top 10. This is the third time he's withdrew and he's been in my top 10. So I had to include the honorable mentions just to kind of like, I don't know, show who just got the outside. But in the case that somebody withdraws, slide them up. You know what I mean?
And then you're not going to bet Nikolai, but why does he just continues to show up on these models? Man, it's insane.
He keeps continuing to be good. It's just like not when I bet him. Ridiculous.
Well, I know you talked a little bit about it on Tour Talk, the greatest podcast that has ever graced the face of the earth. But can you talk to me a little bit about Quail Hollow and what makes this course special?
Yeah, it's one of the more difficult courses. It's going to play a little bit easier for this event specifically, as opposed to when it hosts the PGA Championship for obvious reasons. Long course, long course, and the greens are really, really firm and fast, and that just creates an environment of it's difficult to score. And that might be a very simple way to put a difficult course, but when you have par fours that are getting up to 500 yards, all the par threes are over 200 yards. It's like if you're not hitting the ball far and pretty accurate, like you're not scoring on these holes and you'll just rack up bogeys. So it's kind of like a slow death almost. We're not dealing with the sort of crazy water, although there is water here, um, or like insane Pete dye traps. It's just like a long and brutal course. So that's why like you're gonna see, the best guys on planet Earth play well here, and then that's kind of it. Because if you're not really, really skilled, Quail Hollow is just tough. And what's even more impressive is like McElroy has won here 4 times. Like I don't even know how that's real, but he has.
Maybe he has a lifetime membership. Maybe he's been golfing here the last 3 weeks. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah, he's an unfair advantage, huge
um,
unfair advantage.
when thinking about this course and betting against it, do you care at all that the PGA Championship is next weekend, or no?
Like what do you mean?
Like, you know how we talk about Masters prep courses? Is that something you
Yeah.
care about for PGA Championships or other majors?
Weirdly like I kind of do just because like this is the perfect major prep because it like has been a major. You know, if you're gonna play on a course to get like a major type feel, you'd want to play on like a major type course that's literally hosted it. So I think that and most guys are playing. And when I look at how people have played, not just this week, but even Doral last week, like those are the right sorts of preps for the PGA Championship. So I'm definitely keeping my eye out. I was last week, and I will continue to this week, and it will factor a little bit into my decision making for the PGA Championship.
Gotcha. Well, if we're talking about championships, the first person that I want to mention that's on the TMD model um, just won duos with his brother. I think because Russell Henley disappointed us last weekend, Matt Fitzpatrick is officially the most consistent golfer in the PGA right now. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's really if it's not, Fitz, it's what Cam like or like Jake Knapp. There's really not a large group of super consistent golfers in the ways that they have been consistent. I'll add Scotty in there as well.
Well, yeah,
Whatever,
but
he's earned it.
Scotty's in his own. Like that's when we talk about the
Right,
best of the best, we just assume Scotty is one in everything.
right. And Fitz has taken I mean, a leap. This just is a leap. Like I already considered him to be, one of the best golfers on planet Earth, but now this is like just a little different. I don't know. And I still think he has stuff left. Like I don't think he's done competing and genuinely contending. We might even see, one or two more wins this year.
I
So
mean, he still can improve. His driver distance is still below average. I don't know if it will ever get to 300, but his from gosh, I want to say a couple years ago, his total strokes gain has gone up from like 2.5 all the way to 2.3 in the last 8 rounds, 2.77 in the last 4 tournaments. Like, it's unreal how much Fitzpatrick has developed.
A stud, major winner.
Uh,
Hopefully he can get a.
do you want to talk about Alex in any like is he officially somebody like he's not in this tournament, correct?
Yes.
He is. Okay, so I want to talk about Alex really quick because he impressed last weekend. Like he is not a fluke. He is not somebody who got here just because of his brother. Um, is he somebody you're going to start looking at going forward, or is he not on your radar yet?
I mean, I think he's better than a lot of people that we see in these fields, even in signature events. I think he's better than a handful of guys, maybe even more than that. Like he's a legit player, or at least was playing very very legit on the DP World Tour. And now, like, comes into the PGA Tour. There's not too big of a difference. It's just golf. Obviously, played a little bit differently. Like the Europe courses are just a little bit different, but I mean, it looks like he's really gotten a feel for it already. So, um, yeah, definitely. If you win a tournament and then follow that up with a T9, like, yeah, you got my attention.
And he's your favorite type of golfer: elite ball striking, terrible putting.
Yeah, join the Siwoo Club.
If we go back, let's see on the model, we do see Siwoo. Are you targeting Siwoo at all this weekend or no?
Yeah, I think in these types of courses you have to, especially just with his consistency as well. Like, we want guys who hit the ball far and accurate. That's Siwoo. His best surface is Poetry of here. I think like fast, firm greens. I do think that is where he separates, just because of his accuracy. He can really place the ball well. So, yeah, tournaments like these where it's a ball striker's course, you got to be accurate. You got to drive the ball well. Like, yeah, Siwoo's going to be your guy. So I definitely think that he's a target this week.
In the last few tournaments, he finished fourth at the Cadillac, third at the RBC. After struggling in the Masters, it seems like we have Siwoo back. He was my favorite target last week in the Cadillac. He was my outright pick, one of my favorites. I think he had decent top 5 odds at, it was like plus 500 or something. Yeah, I mean, I think Siwoo is legit. So if Siwoo would be like my guy that I'm in love with right now in the PGA, I'd assume yours would be Ludwig.
I just want him to win. It's been too long. Like, I just want to see another one go through the hoop. I don't know. It's fun when Ludwig wins, and I feel like we almost got a taste of that this year, and then he kind of choked it away a little bit. I think this course is really, really good for him. He's obviously in incredible form, and like Doral would have been an awesome opportunity to go win. Obviously, looking back at it now, I don't know if he would have beat out Cam Young. Cam just kind of like went off, but he gets another crack at it at another like long course that kind of, I don't want to say like suits his game perfectly, but like Ludwig is definitely the match of Quail Hollow, or one of them. So excited to see him place well this week, really.
Yeah. RBC played really well in. I mean, I think he was our favorite pick for the Masters, so we were disappointed in his performance. But in hindsight, he didn't play awful at the Masters. I think he had a bad round 1, and then he ended up closing well. Is that correct in your memory, or are you not sure?
No, I mean, he started round 1 really really well and then kind of tapered off. Yeah, and it ended up being not the best. Um, Picked it up on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday was, I think he finished even on Sunday, if I remember.
Any interest in Xander this weekend?
Yeah, Xander's a killer at Quail Hollow, so definitely someone like, I bet we're not going to get the best round to round lines um, for him. I bet they're going to be kind of shitty. But the second they slip up and they give me, I don't know, like a funky plus money 69 and a half, then I'm like, I'm firing. I'm just not going to be able to help myself. It's Xander. This is a great type of course for him. So, yeah.
Are we ever gonna get green regulation lines again, or are those just is that over?
No, they don't want us to be happy. We were happy. We were once a proper betting world, and then now it's just a disaster.
You can only bet strokes now. But I mean, hey, you did well on it last week, so
But if later in the year with those smaller tournaments, if they bring that back, we're rolling in money.
And
I
we're,
mean,
we're,
we're
we're
not
gonna
going
play
to.
like 20 plays a day.
Oh my God, you get greens and reg, you get greens and reg, you get greens and reg. Like it's going to be the greatest thing of all time. I don't know what we're going to have to do if I'm going to have to beg, but I think about it from time to time.
Do you want to talk about Rory a little bit, or is he just going to be kind of priced out of your range?
He's completely priced out, but at the same time, let me just take a quick peek. So, okay, yeah, minus 164 for top 10, including ties. Not gonna have that. If it was like minus 130, I genuinely would have played it, but I'm not gonna do top five at plus 122. I'm not gonna do any of that junk. He's a little bit priced out for me, but I will say, like, he's our Scotty Scheffler of the week
Mm-hmm.
at a course that he kills. So, fairly priced, honestly.
Well, here's the thing. He won at Wells Fargo, tied 47th. Won at Wells Fargo, tied 47th in the PGA Championship. So he's winning this weekend, right?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
That,
it's just that's the most sure pattern.
that's how trends go. Before we move on to betting lines, we didn't have a full out list for y'all this weekend, but I do want you to bring up just a couple golfers that if they get similar lines to some of our studs, that you'll be fading throughout the week.
Oh, you want fades?
Yeah, just give me a couple. Because, I mean, like, Otterup was a decent fade last week. Harris English was good, except that one round that I took him on. He was a good fade all weekend, besides round 4.
That's a really good. Let me
I didn't mean to put you on the
pull my
spot
model
here.
into this. No, because I don't want to give a half. I don't want to give a
Well, then
half-assed
if it's not,
answer.
we can just move on to the board now.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have an answer for you there.
We'll find out this week. I'm currently looking at the board right now on DraftKings. If we go to the Truist Championship, obviously we can see you mentioned Rory. He's getting god awful odds. That doesn't surprise anybody. Surprised Cam Yun isn't the overwhelming favorite, if I'm going to be brutally honest. But he's still priced out of my range. That's some terrible outright and top 10 odds. But then we get to Ludwig, plus 1750. It sucks that he's the 5th best odds. Like, he's down the board and we're still only getting plus 1750. But a line that I want to bring up to you, if we go to outrights, we go to top 20, where is Ludwig? Minus 152 isn't terrible. And if you want to risk it and you want to go top 20 without ties, you can get to minus 122 for Ludwig.
Yeah, I'd take them both. Personally taking with ties. It's a lot of juice and like I hate it, but it's just I think when you look at the guy with a pretty high floor with great upside as well, and you want to just take a quick win, I think that's your guy. Um, I definitely think that there's like value in guys like Siwoo as well, but if we're playing juice versus juice, I'd rather take Ludwig.
72 player field again? What do we look? Because it's no cut again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, again, top 20 is basically like what we had been doing for our top 30. Like projection and like odds wise forever. But you already have a couple outrights that you've placed and you want to talk about, correct?
Finish props, yeah, I do. I
Finish prop,
did
sorry.
take Ludwig. I did take Ludwig. I think my camera's messed up here. I'm looking like picks.
Oh,
On my picks now.
oh, my apologies. I am so sorry. There you go. You're back. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, so
My bad.
I took Ludwig, as well as Adam Scott. I think that Adam Scott's a great value play, and I see he's moved just a little bit. Does that say minus 110?
Yeah.
We got him at minus 105. Not the craziest
Oh
thing,
my God,
but
CLV.
yeah. So I mean, I just think the way that they model so well, and you know exactly why, and like the rest of the guys on that list are the guys at the very top of the list. You want to take a look at the other guys, like get a little bit better odds on Scott. I think Hideki is also a fair play. Again, I'm kind of just regurgitating the model, but at the same time, they are the guys that I like.
Mhm.
And as I'm looking at this odds board, I actually can answer to you my fades. I
Let's do it.
forgot
Okay,
there
so here we go.
are two distinct fades that I have been thinking of all week. Number one, Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood will not do that good. He is a fantastic golfer. I do not think he will thrive here. Not this week as well. The other one is Patrick Cantlay. Even though he is the signature event demon, not a good quail player and definitely not good at what you need to be good at this year as well. So both of them modeled poorly, and I actually side with the model there.
Okay. Fleetwood's interesting. I might fade. Well, I depends on what lines he's getting. If he's getting best of the best lines, like round one, if he's getting like 68.5, that might be an interesting over. Like if he's getting the same,
If he gets a 68.5 for round one, yeah, it's like that's a
because
huge over.
we're gonna see Rory, we're gonna see Cam Young around 69.5, 68.5, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I mean Fleetwood sometimes gets those big gun lines.
he does
Um,
though. He does.
if we go down to like top 30 and we see if there's anybody that really catches the eye, I know you're not a big Nikolai Højgaard betting guy, but the model likes him. This should be a course that he should dominate in. Minus 124 for top 30 ain't bad.
No, it really isn't. And I think he'll be. This is like a huge test for him. I think if Nikolai plays well here, like that's big because this is a place where I do feel like he fits in well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see how he handles this one.
Because that's basically just finishing the top half. Gary Woodland, he played pretty well. How does he match up on this course?
You know, he's actually a lot better on the greens than I thought. He's done well here in the past. Gain strokes putting a lot. Obviously, we know he's a bomber. Like, I don't mean to skip over that, but like he does actually. He might be a sneaky play. I think that if you're looking for value down the board, I think it's Gary again. I would have been a little bit weary if he wasn't good, on the greens, but he is, or he has produced. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a play.
And then down here, I want to give a shout out to Wrighton, man. Came in as a substitution last week. I thought he played phenomenal. Did you have any notes
Yeah,
on his game?
Yeah, I mean, we know that he has the driving to be able to compete, at a place like Doral and then here as well. I think it's tougher because his all around game isn't as strong as the other players on this board, and that's why you find him down at the bottom. He's definitely not one of the premier players on tour, but like he is a guy that can pop on a leaderboard at any given time. Another guy on the board, Sayat the Gala, he can also just pop on the board at any given time. So it's guys like that you'll never be able to bet on confidently, but when they show up, you're not necessarily surprised.
And then I want to see, yeah. So then I want to bring up Alex Fitzpatrick, top 30, including ties. He's plus 154.
I think it's shitty odds.
Really? You think it's shitty odds?
I just think that like when you get down to some of these golfers at the back end, like, and you're not seeing considerable bumps and like higher numbers. Like, I mean, I'm obviously just crying because like I want a better chance to make more money, right? But when you look at how some of these things are priced, I just feel like getting him for 156, like it should be closer to 200. It should be 200. And then everything past him should be like 250 and above.
Yeah. So top 20 is 330. Top 10 is 890.
Like,
Not good odds in your opinion.
should be 1,000. Like I'm
But
just
it might just
crying.
be DraftKings. There might be better odds on a different book.
Yeah,
I have cautious. Like I'll say this: if you can get top 30 including ties for Alex Fitzpatrick at plus 200, would you play it?
yeah, I would. Yeah,
I'll keep an eye out. I'll see if it pops up anywhere. Maybe like on FanDuel or something. So before we close out, we're gonna do what we always do. Now, at least, I love the draft. Draft is so much fun. That was fun to watch throughout the weekend. Unfortunately, your boy Jake Knapp withdrew, so you got put at a disadvantage. So you only had the winner, Cam Young, on your board. You had Kitayama finish 9th. Woodland finished 38th, which was that was your dart throw. So that was a good dart throw by you. And then Henley was your big disappointment at 49. Really disappointing weekend for Henley. You ended up averaging around I think it was like 17 and a half. I didn't do the numbers, and I'll tell you why I didn't do the numbers. Why it didn't matter to do the average. Because I had Siwoo, and he finished 4th, and that's great. Hideki finished 53. By the way, you missed your being the Hideki Whisperer. He didn't finish between 25 and 35. He completely fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Thanks Hideki for getting a double in round 2 and ruining our sweep. Appreciate you, my guy.
That was terrible. Terrible.
But no, so here's my board. You ready for this? So Hideki 53, Morikawa 62, Bridgman 65, and Rio 65.
That is tough, Chance. I agree with all your picks still, except for one. You were trying to be all cheeky and jabby with the Bridgman pick. All the other picks are great though. Like I loved all the other picks. But like let's not fuck around and be like, I'm gonna bet on Jacob Bridgman this week because like he sucks. He's not that good. And everybody's so like freaking out about Jacob Bridgman. He was good for like a little bit. This isn't going to continue, especially not on courses like this. He's a putting merchant. I'm sick of him.
I can't wait for him to win a tournament this year. I can't wait.
I mean, he already did. If he wins another one, I'll lose my mind. I'll give it to him. He wins.
So you got first pick last week. I got first pick this week. There is no Scotty, so there isn't anyone that we're gonna avoid putting on the draft board. What we'll do is we'll do 3 picks and without restriction, and then after that we'll go. Our 4th pick will be over plus 3,000, and then our last pick will be a plus 5,000 or higher bet on DraftKings. Sounds good?
Yeah. Let me look. 5,000 or higher. Yeah. So what? One is 3,000, then the next one's 5,000.
Yeah. So that'll be
Total?
our 4th. That'll be our 4th and 5th pick. You cool with that? Uh-oh, did I lose him? Oh, we've been doing so good. Oh no! Oh, there you are, my guy.
I came back from the dead. My laptop died.
Nice.
So we're doing this.
Nice.
We're doing this on the phone. But I got you. If I get the first pick, I don't even know the odds, so you're just gonna have to double check on this.
Yeah, so I'll double check the odds. I get first pick because you got Cam Young last week.
Right.
And I'm gonna give you Cam Young this week because I'm gonna go Rory.
I mean, that's just the easiest.
I know, but
if you
here's the
didn't
thing.
take that, I'd be
I need to win. I need to win, so I'm just gonna go Rory and beat Chalk.
Yep, and then I'll take Ludwig here and just back my own boost.
You're gonna take the winner of the tournament.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna be so chalk this week. We might have to have restrictions on each pick because I'm gonna go Cam Young. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's fair. You're diving for a win. I get it.
I'm just gonna be that guy.
So okay, so I don't have to go over 3,000 yet. I still get to pick from the top.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm gonna go. I'll go Xander. I'll be chalk too.
You do Xander. That's fair. Ludwig and Xander are 2 Masters disasters. I love it.
Yeah.
I get the choice between Fitzpatrick and Siwoo this week. I am gonna go with Matt Fitzpatrick. I'm gonna go with Matty Fitz, and I'm assuming you're gonna go Siwoo.
I'll take Siwoo.
You'll take Siwoo. All right, so we're officially at under minus 3,000, under plus 3,000 odds, and I'm gonna be a dick, and I'm gonna take Adam Scott.
All right, great.
What do you got?
So again, I don't have the odds in front of me. Where is Read me from 3,000 on real quick.
So we got Burns, Cantley, Hovland, Hideki, McIntyre, Fowler, Minwoo Lee, Maverick McNeely, Spieth, Goddard, Kitayama, Straka, Spawn.
Oh, give me Sepp Straka. Give me Sepp Straka. Yep.
All right. So now we go plus 5,000 or higher. I am going for placement here. So I am between somebody like, Gary Woodland. We talked about Gary Woodland. He could be interesting. I could be a dick. I could go Alex Fitzpatrick here. But I went chalk. I went chalk at the top. I went Rory. I went Cam Young. I went Fitz. And I went Scott. I could close this out with 2 easy, really good picks. I could go Akshay. I could go Gary Woodland. I even maybe think Justin Rose could have a bounce back weekend. Nah, man. Top 10 finish and coming forward, Jacob Bridgman. We're fucking back.
This is pathetic. This is like a humiliation ritual. I don't understand this at all. Um, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do this. There are two that I'm between. One is 120 to 1 to win. The other one's 130. But I'm gonna take a guy who's won here. I'm gonna go a little bold as well because I could easily just pick like a guy like Jason Day and collect my T34. But give me Max Homa.
Max Homa.
Yeah.
He's currently 120 to 1 on DraftKings right now.
Yep. Yep.
Man, it's gonna be really upsetting when Bridgman outperforms Homa. That's gonna be a bummer for
I
you.
mean, yeah.
I know
With
you're
all the
on your phone,
pedigree
but
that
anything else you want to add before we close out?
No, man, this is a super fun week. I kind of love my laptop dying. I kind of knew it was going to happen, but um, I think that this is, and I've been seeing a lot of other cappers say this as well, or tipsters, as they say in the golf word. This is going to be a really good week or a really bad week, and I think that the biggest thing is just staying on top of the minor details and understanding the trends as they happen, so that you're not a little bit misguided or like I don't know, like over concentrated on a certain idea. I do think it's very simple. And I think the ways to win are very, very simple. You have to target the guys that are good from deep and that are finding the greens from a long range. So we will keep everyone updated on that and make sure that everyone's on board.
Well, if you do need to get into the Discord, make sure you get on TMD's Twitter. He's offering discounts to get your first month, either at 20% or 50% sometimes. He sometimes gives off those deals. But we're going to be posting golf content all week. Stay true to the model. Stay true to the method. We're going to try and get plays out all 4 rounds. Right, my guy?
Oh, yeah. All 4.
All right. We'll see you next weekend for the PGA Championship. But let's make some money this weekend. For TMD Props, I'm Wiz. Let's have a great weekend, y'all. And we'll catch you later.